What's up guys, it's Kendrick back at it again with another video. I just want to say thank you for all the love and support you guys showed me on that last video, man. I really appreciate it. So it seemed like you guys wanted something similar to that. So this video is going to be like a very basic understanding of what neutral is. There's so much more caveats to it that it just wouldn't fit in one video. So this is what this video is going to be about. And before we get started, yes, I was a 2K MR player last set. I think as of recording right now, I'm 1798 MR after the phase reset. Yes, it was a big milestone. I'm going to parade that in everybody's face. Yes, sir. My grandfather's going to be on his deathbed and I'm going to be in his face saying I hit 2. Now, the first element of neutral I want to talk about is the walk forward, or the approach, is basically making any type of approaching motion towards the opponent. So one of the basic ones is walk up throw. Or the approaching motion I like to use is walk up jab, where I can put them in this little tick throw situation where essentially they're forced to open up or keep taking my offense. So it becomes such a mind game for them. To the point where even if he wants to mash, I can counter hit him for it. So I set Ryu to block all, so he blocked all of that, and that's still a winning position for me because I'm pushing him to the corner and he's getting drive gauge damage. So I'm gonna set him to just a light punch. And I counter hit him for it. So it's this little mind game of if I'm gonna throw, like jab, throw, jab, block string. For Akuma, I can do EX fireball, push him further to the corner. It becomes such a mind game for the opponent to where it's really isn't advantageous. Now there are counterplays to this. So in neutral, I like to describe it as a rock paper scissors. So there isn't one option that just kills everything and you instantly win the game. If fighting games were like that, then it would be just completely boring. So if walking forward would be your rock, then poking and checking your opponent's approaching movement would be your papers. In regard to poking, why it's so strong is because with the game system mechanic and how the macro game works, dry gauge is everything. There's only a certain amount of block strings you can take before you're really forced to make a decision. And usually that decision encompasses some sort of approaching motion to get their own offense started or to free up some space to get them out of the corner. Because notice how I put them in a block string, how far he pushes back. So they want to, for example, they could drive rush out of there. Like I said before with the approaching, walk up throw, walk up jab, etc, etc. So your papers would be to check their forward movement. So I set Ryu to walk up jab or walk up throw. So I'm just checking this stuff here. You can do crouching medium kick into DRC. For Kuma, this is considered a god button. You can legit do anything with this button. EX fireball corner carry like that. Put him in a strike throw situation like that. Crouching medium punch. You know, it's based on your character's like buttons, and you need to like relate them to your character. So I main Akuma. Now, you're gonna ask me, Kendrick, how do I beat this option? He's just waiting, checking my forward movement and poking at me. How do I beat this? Well, use your scissors. This is where the fun part comes in. And it is called whiff punishing. So believe it or not, this is what everyone gets confused about neutral. They think neutral is just, you know, whiff punishing. They see clips of Punk and they think they can just replicate him and just think they're just the gods at the game, but it's not. It's just neutral is so much more than whiff punishing, but yes, it is a important part of the game. So it's this threat of forward movement. So I walk forward to do my close range stuff like walk up throws, damages drive meter in a block string. you know, catch his timings. He doesn't want that. He wants to check my forward movement. But so as I walk forward, boom, I whiff punish him. So that's the little mind game. So that's a very basic understanding of what neutral is. It's that rock, paper, scissors. So approaching gets beaten by checking your forward movement, and wanting to check your forward movement and poking at the opponent gets beaten by whiff punishing. Like this little back and forth interaction. Now, I think it would be a disservice to talk about neutral while also not mentioning the amount of neutral skips in this game. So I think it's fair that I need to talk about this. So one of the most, probably the universal, like in every fighting game, is the jump. If you can't anti-air, you can't play neutral. Simple as fucking that. You need to be able to anti-air. I've seen so many players that are fucking damn near 1800 MR get that close, but they still can't anti-air. I'm like, man, you cannot play the game if you can't anti-air. And in Street Fighter 6, you have your drive rush, DRC, which is just creates a plus frame situation in your face. Akuma Demon Flip, which is basically a mix-up in itself. Obviously, DI. So you need to be able to show your opponent that you can check all that, so they respect you. And to be honest, in rank, they're probably even still they're not gonna respect you. But that's on you to like punish them for it. That's free MR for you. So yeah, that's my video about neutral. Again, there are so much more caveats to even that. But that's just, I just wanted to get like this really basic understanding for you guys of like to understand of what neutral is before I like, if I really wanted to dive into like even more complex topics. But that's just like the really basic like explanation of what neutral is there's so much more to that. But if you're a new player, gaining an understanding of that will definitely like help you improve, even as an intermediate player. I just want to end this video by saying I appreciate all y'all for coming in and watching my videos. Y'all show me so much love on that last video, man, and I just wanted to show out, man. I wasn't even planning. I don't know, it's hard to describe. I'm a small ass YouTuber, and I don't know, like that was big for me. So I want to say I appreciate all y'all, man. Thank you guys for watching that, and hopefully you enjoy this video even more. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Then checking your opponent's approaching movement and poking would be your papers. In this game, where how the system mechanic works, drive gauge is everything, and there's only a certain amount of block strings you can take before you are really forced to make a decision, and it creates these interesting interactions at a really high level to where I'm going off on a tangent.